want to highlight maybe a few of the sessions that are going to be in the track?
Sure. So one session, for instance, one of the ones that I'm actually very excited about is going to talk about AI. I think when translators think about AI, they automatically think about neural machine translation. That's how we sort of classify AI in our professional lives. But artificial intelligence has many more uses in our lives as translators than just through machine translation. And this panel will look at, it's a very prestigiously manned and women panel. And we will look at how AI is playing a role now and how it will play a role in the lives of translators in the years to come. So that's going to be really interesting, I think. Another interesting panel will be one where we have several very successful translators who have chosen a slightly different path than, so many translators think that to become very successful, you have to work with direct clients. And that's true for many, but for some it is not. Some are very successful working with LSPs. And these translators will specifically talk about how they are able to work for really attractive rates for language service providers, and we'll share some of the strategies and how they were able to command those rates, et cetera, et cetera. So that'll be really interesting also. Yeah.
Great. Well, I know that we have all of those sessions in one day. Perhaps you could tell us a little bit about the reason that we did that, so that it'll be more cost effective.
Yeah. So the idea was that usually it's very hard for translators to go to LocWorld for a number of reasons. Well, because there are not particularly many sessions that are relevant to their work, but also because of cost, of course, right? There's travel involved, there's hotel and everything, and then there's the conference fee, which is quite substantial for freelance translators, more than a typical translation conferences. So since this conference is digital, Ulrich and you decided that you would make this one day where all the sessions of the translator track are being held is going to be available for a fairly small price, and translators who are visiting that day will not only be able to see the sessions of the track for translators, but any other session also. And we'll do all the networking and whatever other features you will have at LocWorld. And I think that's going to be really cool, I think, to be able to speak to people that they usually don't meet. Usually you don't get to talk to, high-ranking people from, Microsoft and Adobe and or Google, or to high-ranking people at LSPs that they might have worked for or would like to work for or whatever, right? So, it's going to be, that's going to be a real good opportunity for many translators, I think. And for,
I think so too.
And for other attendees, of course.
Absolutely. Well, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, me too. See you then.